Question number one. Hey, are you a racist? I think that's a fair question to ask somebody. Do you have any prejudice against black people? No? Has your uncle ever said some crazy shit during Thanksgiving and your dad laughed it off or your mom laughed it off and just said that's just the way they are? Yeah. Uh-huh. NANI? My name's Hero and this is the Identity Booth, and we're gonna talk about this story that kind of hit hard, then some stuff came out and it's been sort of dissipated, and it's going to I feel like what I'm gonna say isn't going to ruffle anyone's feathers as far as you know me, because if you know me, then you already know where I stand on this issue. But first and foremost, my name's Hero. This is the Identity Booth, and we're going to be talking about Christian Toby Obumseli. Obumseli? Let's see.
Obumseli.
Yeah, Obumseli. Toby, as we will refer to him throughout this story, is a 27-year-old African American, or not even African American, second generation African American man who was murdered by his only fan girlfriend. And this story took so many twists and turns, but it ultimately resonates with me when I say this. Black men, please know who you are dealing with. Just know who you're dealing with. I often see interracial couples who just don't know who the fuck they're dealing with. And it doesn't just mean know them, know their parents, know their friends, because if you have kids with these people, your kids could be possibly left alone with a psychopath. There's just certain questions you gotta ask, I feel. Question number one. Hey, are you a racist? I think that's a fair question to ask somebody. Do you have any prejudice against black people? No? Has your uncle ever said some crazy shit during Thanksgiving and your dad laughed it off or your mom laughed it off and just said that's just the way they are? Yeah. Uh-huh. Ask questions. I know a person I went to high school with. She married a white man. Whole family in the police department. Tamir Rice gets shot. She want to protest. He gonna stay at home. Love isn't blind. It judges you. It lusts over you. And it guarantees you one thing. If you focus on what your eyes see, whatever's going between your ears won't matter. Let's get into this, right? Let's talk about this, right? Because as it stands now, Toby was murdered. The girl hasn't been charged yet. She's claiming self-defense. And the family's looking for justice. But we haven't talked about the most revealing thing about Toby.
For his murder last weekend in Miami. So the family of a man from North Texas is demanding justice for his murder last weekend in Miami. So far, no one has been arrested in connection with the stabbing death of 27-year-old Christian Toby Obumseli. Meredith Yeomans has the developing story.
For the first time since his death, relatives of Christian Toby Obumseli are speaking out.
Devastation doesn't quite describe what my family is experiencing right now.
Obumseli was found stabbed Sunday after what Miami police say was a domestic dispute in this high-rise condo that friends say he shared with his girlfriend. He later died at a hospital. Police say his girlfriend initially reported the incident. Obumseli's family disputes any claim the murder was an act of self-defense. A woman police say was detained at the scene and taken to a mental institution. Her name hasn't been confirmed. The Obumseli family attorney says he expects charges to be filed soon.
At this point, all they're looking for is justice. We know the suspect that was involved in this incident has not been arrested.
Friends say Obumseli and his girlfriend moved to Miami from Austin, where they met. He grew up in North Texas, graduated from Plano East Senior High, where his brother says he was the captain of the football team. Obumseli would have celebrated his 28th birthday next week. Meredith Yeomans, NBC5.
There's a lot about this story they're not telling us, right? We got the name of the girl. Her name's Courtney Taylor Clenney, which is interesting because she's an OnlyFans model. We also know it's so crazy. We saw that was the mom, right, or the sister. They didn't even say who the sister was. Well, it's crazy to me that they didn't want to identify who the girlfriend was. They said it was a domestic dispute, so we know who the suspect is. It's just look at how the news protected them, and throughout the whole entire newscast, they used black people. But this part that right here. Notice how empty this press conference
Toby Obumseli are speaking out.
Devastation.
That's his sister. Family of man, that's his sister. That's his brother, I'm assuming. Sister speaking out. Keep in mind, that was the first person who spoke out for him, the sister. Family of Toby Obumseli addressed his past tweets and murder. And now we want to talk about his past tweets. So let's talk about him, right? My man has a history. And your history will dictate your future. That's something we just gotta be able to say clearly. Your past will dictate your future if you are not careful. You feel me? Hold on. I really want y'all to see this. Full of ignorant black women. The way black girls disgrace themselves on TV. Akata, which is a slang in Nigeria. Nigerian? Once again, I'm tired of these black girls in my government class. This is from 2012. Why is there always that one ghetto black boy in the back talking throughout class? Get out, chill. I could teach a white girl a little about African culture. I bet. When beautiful white girls wear yoga tights. This is all 2012 stuff. So 2012, he would have been 28 this year. What is quick math? 12 minus what are we? 22 right now. So 10 years. So this is when he was 18 years old. 17 years old, 18 years old. I love white women, people. This is something that you ought to. So I'm assuming he went to Texas Tech because of something else we'll talk about later. I'm assuming he went to Texas Tech, but hey, you saw his sister. She's as dark as me. And then we can go and we'll dive into the economy about this, but I just want to just set the stage for this. At a young age, he never had self-love. He never had self-respect for himself. And this is something that I can speak uniquely on. Because when I got to this country, when I was like 15, 14, I remember there being Africans who had the same vibe as him. Who, because they couldn't fit they couldn't find their group. Because in the African-American group, they were too fresh off the boat. And he wanted to exclude himself from the fresh off the boat people because of the negative connotation. We were seen as being very strict, very education forward. We didn't play no games. We weren't about that. Like, we didn't have the luxury, the jewels. We didn't care about that shit. And if we did, we still was about our business. African kids in America don't fuck around. We get shit done. Everybody be looking at me thinking I'm the best part of my family. I'm literally the black sheep of my family. No pun intended. I'm the fuck up. Easily. But people look at me and think like, wow, fuck. I have a Super Bowl ring. I played for a Super Bowl winning team, and I'm the fuck up of my family. So that just gives you perspective on how strict our parents are. But his parents probably did him no favor, no community, no social arrangement. They just set him up to be the most successful version of himself. They didn't mention his college, so I'm assuming he didn't go, or he went and dropped out. Whatever. But those PWIs God bless, man. UAPB coming to TF North, Thornton Fractional North, the University of Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Coach Ray, God rest his soul, calling Coach Zazada and asking for just two simple questions. Can the boy play football? And does the boy know anything? And is the boy prepared to lead the North? Coach Zazada said yes to both, and I was out of there. HBCU life was the best thing that ever happened to me because this guy got stuck at a PWI. He was up there in Austin. 2012, that Austin wasn't as developed and as diversified as it is now, if you want to call it diversified, right? But the family's gonna try and defend his past tweets, and I think there's reason to think that you could do that, but why do you have to? What could he have said or done that made it seem so hard to defend him? It's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting that they have to come out and, like, I hope my parents never have to come out and defend my people, defend their skin color because of some dumb shit I said in the past, right? But these tweets come up, these things are elevated, they're pushed to the forefront of our minds, which is, it's just the situation we're in right now, right? But let's talk about the situation for her. How did she manage to go this long, this far, without having any consequences? OnlyFans model Courtney, yeah, she's an OnlyFans girl. So, and this is just putting more context. This makes it so much. This guy was over here berating black women on social media and shit like that. Hold on. On social media and shit like that, he went out and found an OnlyFans girl, who's out here who's literally doing all the things he used to complain about. And do you see how, do you juxtapose that to what he ended up with now? He talked about all that shit that he couldn't handle. And this white woman who literally puts in her bio, she only dates rich black men. And she only steals the culture of black women to perpetuate them, to make money off of them. She steals the culture of black women, if you want to call it that, the aesthetics of black women, to then propose and perpetuate a systemic idea of them to make money. And then she turns around and kills homeboy.
Yeah, and they're seeking justice.
Typing, sir?
Yeah,
What?
I'll videotape her. Right now, you should go. Yeah, you should go.
Keep in mind, that's a black woman. That's two black women coming to this man's defense. Two black women. That's her father. And her at a bar in a hotel.
Yeah, you did.
That's three black women.
Typing, sir?
Yeah,
What?
I'll videotape her. Right now, you should go. Yeah, you should go. Because you just lost your boyfriend. Yeah, you did. Yeah, and yeah. Okay, cool.
She says he lied to me. He lied to me. That's what I think she said. She killed this dude because she lied to him or some shit. That's crazy, right? Black woman there. And notice the white guy telling the other white guy who's filming, this is a white guy's camera, filming, can you call the police? Immediately. This is shit that should be, you can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. That's her at a bar. Here she is on one of those Fresh and Fit type shows. OnlyFans, accused OnlyFans star, I don't like to be controlled. That OnlyFans shit was driving him crazy, probably. Let me clarify, according to what I announced on the We Miami podcast last month, I only date rich black guys. They're out here trapping y'all, and they saying it out loud. And these fuck boys with the podcast, like, I can't believe there's only 2 people watching my shit, and this dude probably got 1,000 views. Like, you can't sit up here and complain about the toxicity on your timeline when all you follow is waste bins. Taylor, who's accused of killing Toby Oju. Oh, he's of course he's evil. That makes more sense. A high-rise apartment, April 3rd. In my life, I don't like anybody to tell me what to do, said Taylor. So that sounds like you're a control freak in your relationship, a show host tells Taylor, who laughs at the suggestion. There they are. Like, that's who killed him. What? That's her OnlyFans. That's crazy. That's crazy. We've already looked at this tweets. Now let's talk about it though. Now let's get to the part that I'm actually interested in. The only take I have on this, right? Because we've looked at the family, we've looked at the tweets, we've looked at the girl, we've looked at the resolve. This dead man made an honorable request, and I think it's important for us. This is for the black men. If you're a black man, listen to me. This dead man, Toby, made an honorable request of us. And I think it is our job. No, in fact, I know it is our job to hold that request to the utmost of our ability. He said he doesn't want black women involved with his life. We should honor that. Black women, stay the fuck out of this. Please. No need to form a march. No need to make a petition. No need to beg. No, leave that to the men. Because he had forsaken you for this. And that is what killed him. I will say this, and I have no qualms. No, you can fight me. I'll never turn my back on a black woman. I'd rather fight the fucking devil. I take that back. I'd rather fight God one-on-one, head up, what's good, before I turn my back on a black woman. It's just not logical. It's not in my DNA. And don't get me wrong. I love women, but I love black women. I love me some women, but I love me a black, because they just don't get it. I mean, the world is just not complete without them. And this is something that is inherent to me. They fear the things I fear. A black woman in that situation isn't, I don't know what they're, if this was truly a domestic thing where she was defending herself for her life, so be it. I get that. But a black woman, even if this was escalated to the extent that it was this, a black woman wouldn't have killed me. She probably would have stabbed me to mobilize me and get away. Because even in the back of her mind, she knows if the police show up, she's dead. Because if they hear domestic dispute, they walk in, see you with a knife, you're dead. You're dead. She had no fear. This white woman, no fear of that situation. Black women have to think about that. Black person, if me and my wife, we fighting and she picks up a knife, you know what? Fight's over. Fuck it. Whatever we're fighting about, you can have it. I'll take you to court. How about that? I'd rather live miserably with you than live miserably without you. You feel me? That's the love of a black woman. But this situation is so painful for black women because their initial reaction is to care for us. And to know that he, in his death, would hate that, we should honor his last request. The 2 women we've videotaped defending him came from a perspective of protecting him outright. A lot of black men are missing the goalpost trying to score a touchdown. These black women aren't representing him. Shut the fuck up. That's what he said. That's what he said. He doesn't need them. He doesn't want them. He came from one of them. He's happy to be without them. Shut the fuck up, guys. You go defend his punk ass like I'm going to. He's my responsibility. If he had some real ass friends, he would have known better. If he knew his history, and he's from a unique perspective because he's African. So he grew up, and that was the weird thing. I didn't see the father in there. The kids are all here, so I'm assuming if this is a traditional African family, once the kids made it out of college, they leave the country. They go back to their homeland. So I'm assuming his parents are together, but that's what it is right now. That's what it is right now. He grew up in a loving black family, but because nobody in his family ever talks about loving them. This is something my sister has told me. She never received courage and blessings and praise about her beauty as a black woman. And that's the blame of my father. And it's a lesson I've learned. A lot of black women that I met from Africa don't receive that level of praise from their fathers. African dads are very stilted, very stuck emotionally. They developed to like the age of a 27-year-old, and that's it. Like that's the extent of their emotional intelligence for me. They're not. But today's modern day black man and African man, we have a lot of recovering of our own people. It is the job of the current black male population, millennial black population, males, job to heal multiple generations. We have to stop, nip in the bud, the current toxicity that's going on. We have to go back and train the young ones to do better. And we have to fix homeboys like this. I'm tired. I'm tired of dealing with dumbasses like this. And now he's dead for his own ignorance of not understanding. At least your own people wouldn't do this to you. Like if they did it to you, at least some justice, something would come of it. You died for nothing. She's going to literally make an OnlyFans page with your picture in the background. She'll build a shrine to your ass, saying he was a good man until he went crazy. Oh well, here's my dildo. And she's going to nut all over your picture. And she's going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars off of your stupidity. Let's push the subject, right? What could he have learned from his past that would have protected him from today? Your forefathers that were sent to this country only survived, the ones that made it here only survived because of the women on the ship. Because a lot of y'all punk ass motherfuckers, gene line should have ended at the bottom of the ocean. But because of a few black women who decided to breastfeed y'all during that torturous trip, y'all made it. And thus your weak genes and bloodline continue to perpetuate in this toxic ass world. But he's not even part of this. But for all those black men who are American, black Americans, who don't understand the value of having a black woman, just remember, they were the ones who fed you from their teat to keep you nourished enough to make it to this godforsaken country. Just remember, when your ass was running from plantation to plantation and couldn't fend for yourself, they put their breast in your mouth and gave you milk to keep the fuck going. You didn't carry them. And I say this sometimes that people wonder, what is the best shield, the best weapon a black man has? It's a black woman. They've been protecting us since the beginning. If Adam and Eve were really black, Eve would have took that bullet without us. Eve would have realized her mistake and been like, you know what? I'm not going to do this to you. God, it was me. I just believe it. Because they have that much love for us. When we've constantly held them back. There's no way you're telling me black women in this country are taking L's because of black men being jealous of them. That's really what it comes down to. Black men are jealous of black women because they are able to do what black men so desperately want to be able to do in corporate America. The only version of America they seem to respect, corporate America. They were there for us, though. They hooked us up. But let's now go back to the men, right? Where are the men in his life? Let's ask a question. This is him. This is Toby right here. I'm on his IG page. And he has every picture you could imagine. He has them all here. It's just, hey, the second time ain't nothing like the first. You gotta make it count. Oh, did he tag her in this? I'm assuming her page is her page is probably offline for sure. Yeah, his page isn't private now, but you would just, I wonder if I can, this is a sidebar for me because, oh wait, we do have a name. Let's see, her page is definitely private. Her page isn't private. Like this is who he's claiming. Her page definitely isn't private. 2 million followers. She's already making money off of you, my guy. When was this posted? This was, oh man. This was posted a week ago. And he's traveled all over, it seems, Dubai. He either comes from money, whatever his work was it involved him being able to travel. Not here to talk about that. What I am here to talk about is the company you keep as a man. It takes us a few weeks to get to a photo of him and his friends, and here they are. I'm only assuming. This was edited 227 weeks ago. Alumni Pavilion. So this is at a college. These are the people he claims to keep as friends. Show me your friends and I'll show you what type of man you are. These are his people, he claims. First person. Page is on private. Probably a good thing. Second page. Texas Tech alumni. He's an alpha. Dallas/Atlanta. 3 postings. This was posted September 3rd. Your man's died and you haven't, there's no main post about him. There's no advocation for justice for him. Nothing. I'm shaking right now because what could you have done? What? Like, he has it here in his GoFundMe. But that's what we're dealing with. GoFundMe's down, not working. That's all we get. No details revealed, no nothing, like nothing. He closed on a house recently. Congratulations. March 24th. You still ain't posted. You posted this recently. You still ain't posted nothing about your homeboy. At least the other dude had a link in there. Victor. Posted this March 6th. 6 days ago. Today's the 12th. A month ago. You ain't posted nothing since. Every last one of these people sitting here, call them his friends. Tell me, if your friends are a representation of your wealth, do you feel wealthy, Toby? Did you leave behind riches? Will the friendships you've made in the past be enough to pay the debts you make in the future? Show me a man's friends, and I'll show you what type of man you're dealing with. This is disappointing because the same black men who hold podcasts talking about what women should be doing have yet to figure out what the fuck they're supposed to be doing. The same people prepared to tell black women they're destroying our community are currently letting us down. There's a correlation between these type of dudes, right? Because these type of dudes will go around and tell someone who makes millions of dollars, has a happy family, is not a deadbeat, and truly, genuinely enjoys the person he is, and they'll call him corny, annoying, or not cool. Example, our boy Russell Wilson, who was being berated on Twitter for being, for all intents and purposes, a good human being, the bare minimum. Someone who shows value, concern, and appreciation for his woman. And I started to notice something as I was looking at this. A lot of black men who call Russell Westbrook, a lot of black men who call Russell Wilson corny, you guys just need to go ahead and say you don't like black men who appreciate and unapologetically value black women. The same black men telling us that this dude is corny, lame, and a loser are the same dudes who got rejected and call a girl a bitch. They're the same dudes that get rejected and make a podcast about it. They're the same dudes who think their high body count in the bedroom is a detriment to that woman. Oh, you had sex with 3 men in your life and you're 23. You're a slut. How many you have? Oh, well, yeah, I've had sex with 100 women and you're a stud. That's social norm. So whatever rocks your boat, my guy. But stop calling him corny because he unapologetically loves. You can't tell me he's corny without making reference to his relationship with Sierra. He won a Super Bowl. He has a Russell Westbrook is cooler than anybody calling him corny. He has a Super Bowl ring. There's only a fraction of people who can say that. 1. 2, he's at the peak of his athletic ability. He would beat your ass if you said that shit to his face. You couldn't say that shit to his face. He would beat your ass. His girl is better than yours. His girl's more renowned than yours. I'm using examples. So peak athletic specimen. He has a Super Bowl. He's richer than you. He's done more in his life than you have. And he'll continue to prosper even without you. And that intimidates black men. Good black men are intimidating to weak black men. It looks like we got to fight on both sides, because a strong black man intimidating to a lot of white folks. Strong black man, pretty intimidating to weak black men now. This is the juxtaposition that I'm offering, but I can't see a reason for anybody to say anything less. And if there's any victim that we need to feel sorry for, we need to feel sorry for Crystal Kaiser, who's 19, appeared in court on charges. This is from 2019. She killed her rapist. This happened in Milwaukee. She killed her rapist, and she's still behind bars. There's no way that, like, you have this. We're living in a parallel universe. You can't tell me that this girl gets to kill her boyfriend for domestic issues. Meanwhile, this known sex offender who was already being brought up on charges and was released, she got a spare chance. She killed him, burnt his house down, stole his car. Why do these rapists and these sexual offenders get less charges for the people who actually try and defend themselves? The justice system doesn't get to tell someone who was raped what justice is, especially when that justice comes with you releasing them. There are officers who get charged with sexual offense charges and don't even have to be registered. There's nothing fair or just about this, right? So let's not pretend. Let's not pretend that homegirl is innocent here. Let's not pretend that homeboy is innocent here. Let's not pretend that what he said in the past isn't affecting him right now. But let's make sure we don't pretend that as a black man watching this, you're responsible for this. Go talk to your homeboys. Right now, every black man needs to go take an audit of their black male friends. And some white ones too. You got a white dude out here talking, oh, I love me a black man. Go bring his ass in here. Take an audit of this shit. Because I'm here to say this. If you disrespect black people in any capacity and you're black, you lose all rights to that BLM shit. You lose all rights to that privilege of being advocated for. Because we don't have much to stand on except our morals and our respect. And if you're not going to give us those two things, you're not going to have the luxury of calling upon us when you need us the most. Because black people move shit in this country. Get enough of us to focus, we'll move some shit for you. But Toby lost that right. And God bless the two women that I showed in the beginning of this video who still managed to keep his name in their mouth. His sister and a perfect stranger who just didn't feel comfortable seeing the murderer of a black man sitting idly enjoying drinks with her father. Toby made a conscious decision when he was alive, and we will honor his request no matter how many times he rolls over in his grave. The only way you will see justice, Toby, is if people mobilize for you. Unfortunately for you, you shot every single person who would mobilize for you 10 years ago. This is a perfect example of your past catching up with you. While I never want to see a man get owned and destroyed like this, if I saw a man jump in a vat of oil and then try and light a match, I'd call him crazy. But I'd be even crazier to try and stop him after seeing what he just did. You got to know how to protect yourself in this world. And honestly, doesn't look like Toby knew how to protect himself. So that's my take on it. I'd love to hear y'all's take on this. This story in general was fascinating to me. So I'd love to hear y'all's take on it. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. I'll catch up with y'all. Last topic. That story was maddening to me. That story was like.